Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Death Battle Cast, where Fan Battle
Fan
Cast.
battle.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
I
Death
fumbled
Battle.
my
Guys,
first
Chad,
one. This is
I'm
where
gonna
are
kill
you?
you in your sleep.
Ben
I'm
Chad.
Ben. This is Chad.
Okay, so welcome to today's episode of Fan Battle Cast, where we are not Death Battle Cast and are just fans. We'll be looking at a really good matchup today, I think. Obviously, preferences and all that, but I think it'll be interesting. We have Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII and its many sequels and variants facing off against Makoto Nijima from Persona 5 and its many sequels and variants. Okay, so
Racing game soon.
we will be having two of our lovely people here representing the characters. Specifically, I believe Kagura will be representing Tifa, and if my numbers are correct, the Dark Lore Master will be representing Makoto.
Yes.
Yeah.
The others we have here, Molak and CEO, are going to be our jury, and I am just here to host. Everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think since it is the first name up, Kagura, hit us with 60 seconds of why you believe Tifa Lockhart wins this matchup.
All right. So, Tifa Lockhart. She is one of the most iconic characters in all of gaming. If you do not know who Tifa Lockhart is, I'm sorry, I'm going to have your gamer license removed. She's up there with Chun-Li, with Samus Aran, with Princess Zelda. One of the most iconic characters. Tifa is a master martial artist. She has trained in martial arts. She knows how to fight. She has a ton of abilities, lots of abilities to go over. She is able to suplex a huge mech. She can punch people straight into the sky. She totally dog walks Yang. And yeah, Tifa is just amazing. She is also 100% wife material. Cloud Strife, marry her ASAP.
Okay, then. That is quite the way to start. Mr. the Dark Lore Master?
Should I just start now? All right. So, Makoto Nijima. She is a 17-year-old student council president of Shujin Academy. Oh, she's also a master thief who works as the brains of the operation for the Phantom Thieves of Heart, a group dedicated to stealing the wanton evil desires of any powerful businessman out there, whether it be from the top of CEOs of massive multi-billion-dollar food corporations, or even the people who run the very country themselves. And she works with Joker, the leader of the persona of the Phantom Thieves, in order to put a stop to all them. And she's also one of the strongest fighters, able to match bronze with the strongest members of the Phantom Thieves and any persona user out there. Like, for example, Chie, who can knock people into orbit, and she can also she also has wrestling moves that she can use alongside Haru. She also has a gun, so she outranges, and she has to deal with a lot of different stuff. Yeah. Time's up.
I think that is a little over the 60 seconds, but yes,
Oh well.
that was good. Cool.
Mhm.
Okay. Speaking of, we should probably segue into a bit of a deeper dive. Starting again with Tifa, just to keep the back and forth going.
All right. what should I start with for Tifa? I could start off with materia, I guess, just the ability stuff. So, materias are orbs of crystallized life stream energy. They allow the user to call upon the knowledge of the ancient people that walked Gaia's surface. So, in the events of Final Fantasy VII, they are artificially made. They can be bought at a store, but they're still pretty powerful. So, an equipping a materia, it's very easy. They can be slotted into one's weapons or armors, and they have a bunch of different effects. So, there is support materia, which allows Tifa to absorb HP, absorb MP, automatically counter with magic, um, allows her to cast like very powerful spells with elemental. There's a bunch of other materias. There's the elemental materias, which fire, lightning, you know, the basic elemental spells from Final Fantasy. It's hard to name off the top of my head, but she has all of that. She also has independent materia, which increases her speed, increases her MP, increases her luck so she could get critical hits, allows her to breathe underwater, so she can breathe underwater apparently.
Good for her.
And Tifa could also parry. So Dark Souls parry attack. And materias can be activated with thoughts via thought. So she doesn't really need to like do any complex like ritual magical cast. No, she just needs to think about it and the materia activates by itself.
Has she ever like switched to materia on the fly?
I think so.
Like usually you just equip one and then go into a fight with it, right?
There's nothing saying that you can't like switch materia mid fight.
Okay, and it's just a gameplay thing.
It probably is just a gameplay thing. So you can like switch. Like obviously, Cloud can switch out materia. I think he once did that mid fight, if I'm not mistaken. Once, but yeah, Tifa can switch out materias.
All right.
I'll let Makoto speak now because I could go more into materials, but you know,
yes.
When I let her talk.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I guess to counter this, I should talk about Makoto's persona.
Mm-hmm.
So, Makoto's persona is known as Johanna. It is the manifestation of her true self. Originally manifesting. Bring it up. This is what the one on the left is what Johanna looks like. It's essentially a motorcycle. She's also able to ride it. However, she has a more evolved version of it when she realizes her true self, which is the one on the right, Annette, which is basically a transformer. It can still be the motorcycle Johanna, but now it just has extra transformation. Its main elemental affinity is nuclear attack. You know, because fire and lightning is lame as hell when you have nukes. She's able to use moves like Freya, which is nuke damage, or Mafreya, which allows her to send out multiple nuke attacks to everyone in front of her. And she has more powerful versions of this in Freydine and Mafreydine. She also has healing moves like Vraha Blast, Energy Shower, or she can even increase her defense or decrease the defense of opponents using abilities like Dekunda, Rakukaja, and Defense Master. However, her most powerful move is Atomic Flare, which is a move that literally is powered by the concept of something known as a quasar, which is essentially what happens when a black hole consumes an entire galaxy and then fires it out as a laser. And Makoto can just do that in a fight.
It kind of feels crazy you're revealing that so early.
Did you say one of the attacks is named Baja Blast?
No, not Baja Blast. Okay, they don't have Taco Bell in Japan. Okay.
Well, they do have a McDonald's, so.
And 7-Eleven is really big over there.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Oh.
like.
Oh, okay. Second question.
Okay, get your head in the game, CEO. Get your head in the game.
So to counter that, I can bring up that Tifa does have access to defensive spells. So she can cast Barrier, which creates a barrier that halves all physical attacks, and she also has Reflect, which reflects magic attacks back at the opponent.
Okay, well that wouldn't matter because if any magical attacks get reflected back to Makoto in her strongest persona, Agnes, it completely nullifies nuclear attacks. So that wouldn't have any effect on her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does. I can look through some other spells. Tifa has a spell that's simply called Deaf. It basically, she points at you and you just die.
What the fuck?
So, does Makoto have any defense against that?
Okay, hold
I
on.
feel like you guys are busting out the big stuff way too early.
No, shut up.
From what I know,
Oh,
this
I
isn't the big stuff.
Shut up! Wow.
Oh, I haven't busted out any big stuff.
Okay, well, Makoto
Well,
has an item called the homunculus, which will automatically save her from an insta-kill attack once per fight.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's a good feature.
they both have insta-kill moves. I feel like that's not gonna be that big of a factor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Makoto has counter.
That is true.
Tifa can also cast the spell Toad, which transforms anyone into a toad. So
Just forever?
you
Well,
become
I mean,
a
Persona
hopeless-
users have resisted transmutation in the past, specifically in Persona 3. The plot of that game is the Dark Hour, when it hits, transmogrifies anyone into a coffin. However, Persona users aren't affected by this, which means that Makoto would just resist that.
Does that equate, though, to Final Fantasy magic?
the transmogrification from Persona 3, you could argue that that's a specific application of the Dark Hour, so it's not something that could be, transferred over to Persona users from 5.
Yeah.
Well, Persona users are comparable enough, in my
Yeah.
opinion, at least.
I think it's possible. I think it's worth bringing up at the very least. One
Yeah,
question I
but
have about
in-
Makoto.
in Shido's Palace, right? Shido's Palace, there is a section where the Phantom Thieves were unable to resist Shido's cognition from turning them into rats. So they
True.
became helpless little rats.
Yeah.
Damn it! I was hoping you didn't. I was hoping you forgot that. I knew I was
I mean,
screwed.
was Makoto at least able to, like, punch and kick as a rat?
I
No.
mean, like, yeah, you can technically fight as a rat, but like, you'll do like no damage.
Oh, God.
They're basically helpless as rats.
Yeah.
I have a question about the nuke stuff. Is it like actually like nuclear energy being
Yes.
fired? Okay.
Yeah, it is real nuclear energy. Like the thing about the metaverse, it is all real. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the fights are
That
real.
means that Makoto could win.
I should probably explain exactly how the metaverse works because it's kind of confusing. So essentially, the metaverse is part of a bigger part of the persona cosmology known as the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious is essentially the collective ideas and thoughts that every single person alive possesses, and the way that humanity views things or a certain person views things can change the collective unconscious. So, and all the attacks in Persona are humanity's ideals on how these things manifest. So, nuclear attacks is how humanity views nuclear attacks or nuclear energy, or fire attacks is how we view fire or lightning or whatever. It's literally just this is exactly what it is. It's just how we personally view it.
So what I'm hearing is Makoto might need to have a couple of screenings to check for
Cancer.
yeah, radiation
Uh,
poisoning.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
that is
it's everyone else. Like Makoto's completely immune to nuclear damage. Remember?
So that means that
Yeah.
she could kill Tifa with nuclear radiation.
Exactly.
No.
A cancer win con. You'll love
Even
to see
if even if Tifa wins, she dies of cancer 10 years
Let's
later.
go.
All right. Look. Tifa does have shield, which is one of the strongest defensive magics. It protects the caster from all physical attacks while absorbing elemental attacks, and it cannot be removed with magic. So
I don't
that
know if
is
I would
something.
classify nukes as an elemental attack.
I mean, nuclear is an element. It is an element.
I mean, didn't we make nuclear attacks? Just saying. Just saying. Life didn't give us lemons. We made them.
Wait, I have a question about the metaverse.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we're assuming the fight takes place in the metaverse because otherwise it's not a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's just Tifa versus a random 17-year-old girl.
With
I
a
have-
fake gun.
What if Tifa gets powered up by the metaverse because people perceive her as strong?
It is a possibility.
It's
If we equate, like the worlds, like so, if we say Avalanche is a thing that exists, and the world of Final Fantasy VII exists, they are notorious. They are infamous. So she could get a power boost, possibly.
maybe, but I think that more so that just allow her to access deeper parts of the metaverse, similar to how the Phantom Thieves were able to get to deeper parts of Mementos after they became more well renowned.
Well, would the metaverse, like, would this hypothetical version of the metaverse have people like have the cognition of like people from the Final Fantasy world in it?
I feel like we might getting a little too in the weeds here, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, Tifa does have a way to bring the fight out of the metaverse, if necessary. So there's this summon. There's this summon that is the Knights of the Round, right? And specifically, the description is that it drags you into an alternate dimension in order for the attack to happen. So, if Makoto is dragged into an alternate dimension, she would lose all of her metaverse powers and just become a normal human high schooler girl and then get obliterated by the Knights of the Round Table because she is utterly defenseless.
Well, we're 20 minutes in. That's a.
Didn't during the cast for this, didn't Liam have an answer for that?
Did he?
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah.
Or he said something about like how it would just be like it would still be in the metaverse somehow. I don't remember exactly what.
I mean, if nothing else, it wouldn't matter if you could just win the fight before she could pop off the summon.
That
Well, I
too.
mean,
Yeah.
technically, there are other dimensions where Persona users can get their powers. Because, like, because we know the metaverse is one thing, but we do also know that the jailer room is technically outside of the metaverse in its own space.
The Velvet Room, it does exist outside of reality, but it is still part of the collective unconscious as a whole.
Yeah.
So specifically, it's Persona users get their powers from cognitive realms. Any realm that's powered by the mind or dream, right? So any mindscape, a Persona user would have an easy time using their personas. Compared to the real world. In the real world, a Persona user would need an evoker, which Makoto does not have. That is Makoto P5, not Makoto P3.
Can't you get the outfit for her?
Yeah, well, I don't think it comes equipped with the holster and gun. Okay, man.
No, for at least for Joker it does, because someone comments on how, like, why do you have a gun on you or something like that. I'm pretty
Doesn't
sure they
Joker
don't
already
use the
have a gun on him though?
Huh?
Doesn't Joker already have a gun on him though?
No,
Well,
Anne, I think it's Anne specifically says, "What's the weird gun thing you have when you have the 3 outfit on?"
So what you're saying is that if Tifa drags Makoto into the real world, she could just say, "Hold on, let me change real quick," and then pop into
Yeah.
her P3 alternate
my
Yes.
god.
whip out the evoker, and then just summon a gnat again, and just like, okay, fight time again, and then just punch, and then just deck her in the face. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
interesting.
Well, if it works, I guess.
yeah.
I was just bringing it up, because I was curious what Dark had to say about that in the first place. Because unlike Joker Giorno, where the stupid argument with Giorno was that, oh, maybe he could revert Joker out of the metaverse. No, here's like she is literally dragging Makoto to an alternate dimension. So I was just curious.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like we should probably answer the most burning question about this matchup sooner or later. Who's stronger?
Makoto.
I'll bring up. Okay.
Look, you said you wanted the burning question. I answered it.
Okay.
I
Let's
think
see
we're
how
gonna
that-
Let's
keep it
start
light
off.
and
Let's start off
balanced.
light. Could you bring up a large planet? This is just a starting line. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Final Fantasy 14, but we will get to the crazier stuff later on. So this is a planet that's been destroyed right here. As you can see, 173 Yoda tons of TNT. That's large planet level. So just as a baseline, this is how we're going. We can move on to Final Fantasy 7 type thing. Could you bring up Rana? Rana FF? Yeah. This is from one of the summons in the game. So as you can see right there, it is 795 Ronatons of TNT.
Brown
That's-
dwarf star. Did
Yeah.
the fucking star shit itself or
That's a fake level tier.
Okay.
If I had a nickel for every time I had to explain what a brown dwarf star is, to make a very long story short, it's a real thing. It's like the midpoint between a star and a gas giant, where it's only kind of like burning, but it's not big enough to get a full fusion reaction going, so it's just kind of sad.
So it's just
I don't doubt that it's a real thing in real life. I just think
Okay.
it's a fake level tier.
Oh my god. All right. So can we bring up Supernova Minimum? So this is from Final Fantasy 7 once again. And right here, Supernova has been calculated to be around 9.8 kilofo, which is, I think, galaxy, or at least at minimum galaxy.
at bare minimum, it's nine. It is about 9.8 thousand times the force of a supernova.
Yeah,
This attack called supernova is 9.8 thousand times stronger than a supernova.
it is. It is. That is so funny.
Very interesting. Very,
Uh,
very interesting.
Could you
Oh
bring
no.
up supernova destroys dimensions?
Interesting.
So it has been confirmed from Dissidia that supernova destroys dimensional space. It is specifically, it's not an illusion of any kind. It actually does this. So
That's a strong supernova.
it destroys dimensional space. This means that it is probably a universal attack, most likely.
Why
Yes,
would
the
anyone
solar system
cast
destroying
this spell?
attack destroys the universe. Got it.
So
Why would anyone cast this spell?
So what does this have to do with
Just wanted to kill everyone.
So what does this have to do with Tifa again?
She takes that.
She tanks
takes-
that. She
yeah.
tanks the supernova.
Good for her.
Uh,
All right, I guess I should move on to some of my stuff. I guess. All right.
I mean, I could
I'm
keep
scared.
going if you want, but do you want to start, Dark? I mean, I'll let you start.
Yeah, I should probably get a baseline in for Makoto as well.
Yeah. I still
Okay.
have more stuff to show, but I'll wait.
Yeah, I guess we could show off the big stuff together. All right. So for Makoto, she's able. She should be comparable to several of Joker's own personas, like King Frost, who has claimed he can freeze over the entire Earth, or potentially even scale to Lucifer's Morning Star, which is an attack that comes from the stars and moves at over 170 million times faster than light. And working more into some of the statements from some of the personas, basically, like 10 of them claim they can blow up the entire universe, or they claim they can create it. Yeah, there not a lot of planet feats in Persona. It's mostly just uni stuff.
That's such a
Yeah, you know your claim of the fucking of the universal attack. Yeah, this one random persona said he could do the same. Checkmate. But Makoto has also tanked something known as the Big Bang Blast, which which is basically just the Big Bang, and she can even dodge this, which got calced at 1.47 quintillion times faster than light. And since it's the Big Bang, it's also universal. So
Is that the one with the burger?
yes, this is the burger. This is the universal burger that Makoto can survive.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Should I go into a bit of speed stuff now for Tifa?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, speed.
All right. So, could you bring up 20 trillions? Yeah. So this is, of course, Sephiroth's supernova once again, calculated at massively faster than light. Just as a baseline, this is literally massively faster than light speeds for Tifa right off the bat.
20.571 trillions times faster than light. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then could you bring up Quad FF? So once again, using Final Fantasy 14, I'll explain why I use Final Fantasy 14 later, but using this calculation, we get around 490 quadrillion times faster than light.
Wait, what's this calculation off of?
The Meteon feat. So when it takes about 3 seconds for everything to be filled up with light, like we said before, there's a feat in Final Fantasy 14 where that happens.
Okay.
And it was calculated to be this fast.
Where's the burger?
The burger.
I do not see a hamburger here. Okay, how can I take this feat seriously if I don't have any food to enjoy it with?
Okay.
Exactly. You understand.
Okay. I'm not done with speed yet. Could you bring up infinite timelines?
Oh.
Yeah. So, right. So there's this primal in Final Fantasy 14 known as Alexander, who was literally using infinite. I think you guys actually might have saw this back when Guardian versus Warrior of Light, right? Yeah. So Alexander was literally compressing infinite amounts of timelines into a single timeline. All of past, present, and future of all of those timelines. I don't think you guys can comprehend how fast you would need to be in order to be capable of doing that.
I'm assuming infinite.
Yes, this is not like at minimum infinite speed. And I will explain why Tifa scales to this.
Okay. I was just about to ask.
Tifa would scale to this because she is comparable to a character known as the Cloud of Darkness, which is like in Dissidia. She is one of the characters there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Cloud of Darkness is very strong, like far stronger than most characters in Final Fantasy. So she would be scaling to this, and Tifa would scale to her from this.
And the city is canon.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to be sure.
What's the? Yeah, never mind. What's the thing he has on his cheek or whatever?
What thing?
Oh, the guy that was talking.
I mean, that's just an owl raw. That's just what they look like, man.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be racist.
That's just what they look like. They're just like lizard people with horns. That's just how they look.
Oh, I assumed they were dragons.
That's actually pretty racist. And actually, no, I'm not joking. In canon, it was pretty racist to call them dragon people.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh my god, we gotta confirm on that. Did somebody clip that? Somebody clip that for when I'm debating CEO next.
It'd be cooler if they were dragons.
don't clip that for
That's even worse.
Alright, I guess I should probably talk about some of Makoto's more incalculable feats. So this new another persona that Joker has claims that he could cross the entire universe in 3 steps, and the universe is confirmed to be infinite because multiple people have stated that the universe is infinite or filled with infinite possibilities or whatever.
Is he fast or just has really long legs?
What
If you can move them in a reasonable time, that's fast enough.
Yeah, I know. Okay, shut up.
What if they were lying, Dark?
Shut up. Okay, but of course there's a lot of other stuff, like, for example, the Siege group from Persona 3, Makoto Yuki from them, was able to travel from the physical world all the way to the deepest depths of the Sea of Hearts, and even capable of dodging Nyx's attacks. Velvet Room attendants have claimed that they can exist beyond time. Guy named Naiol Totep. You will understand Persona users. There's a lot of weird names, but he pulled a guy named Kandori across time and space. And Yaldabaoth was even able to seize control of the Velvet Room and plunge it into the deepest depths of mementos. All of these crossing the infinite realm of the collective unconscious, making all of these feats immeasurable, meaning that Makoto can move beyond the need for speed itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not too shabby.
But Dark, what if they were lying?
God, no, please. If these guys are lying, my entire argument's in the trash.
I have a question. Persona evolutions. She has 3 different ones, right? But she
yes, Johanna, Annette, and Agnes.
so she can so she's like a special case where she can kind of use her first 2. Like most Persona users, when they evolve, they can't use their others, but she kind of can, right? Because it can turn back into a bike.
Yeah, it's a little complicated, but imagine it like a transformer. It's essentially just like her motorcycle can now turn into a robot.
Okay, so the third one, like, is besides stats, is it different in any way from the first 2?
I don't think she can turn it back into the first 2, but I think she could use it as a motorcycle still.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Do you want to talk about abilities or dive back into cosmology?
I don't want to explain the Persona cosmology right now, so let's do abilities.
All right, I can bring up.
Look, I don't want to talk about conceptual realms at the moment, okay? That exist beyond time. All right, let's push that off to later.
All right, cool. So, I could talk about magic. Could you bring up Magic 1? This is how all magic works in Final Fantasy. So, from this description, even weak mages, how they cast magic is that they literally twist the natural world around them. Let me bring up something. So, magic alters reality in Final Fantasy. They twist space and time itself. So these mages are actually twisting space and time itself to shorten the distance. And the only limit that Final Fantasy mages have is their own mental strength. So could you bring up Magic 2? So, as you can see, this is more evidence that mages completely alter reality from casting their magic. They twist logic itself. So, pretty much everything magical is twisting reality and altering it in many ways. And this is consistent, actually, with every Final Fantasy game.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right. I guess you should probably go into what specific type of magic she can use, or can she just use everything?
She could pretty much use every magic in Final Fantasy VII. I listed off all the elemental type magics, obviously, like fire, light, wind, ice.
Does that mean she has access to the time stop magic too?
Oh yeah, she has access to time magic. She can stop time, slow time, accelerate time for herself that allows her to move faster.
Mm.
Oh yeah, man.
Question: Can does Makoto get like any steal item abilities?
That's a good question.
Because I know Joker does, right?
I mean, Yeah, he can kind of steal stuff, but Makoto doesn't really have that.
Yeah, Makoto doesn't have that. Surprisingly, the only Phantom Thief that could actually steal is Joker. Because of his
can't Morgana?
Well, Morgana's trash, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe.
We hate Morgana.
Yeah, we hate
True.
Morgana.
Except for when I'm going to debate him, then he's my boo-boo bear.
I actually wanted to debate for Morgana versus Jibanyan, but Dark stole it.
Yeah,
Someone
because now I'm debating for every single Persona matchup.
No,
Someone
Persona for me.
Someone clipped Dark Lord Master of him saying he hates Morgana.
I feel like we've got a lot of funny things in front of us.
Yeah. But
yeah, I'm a funny guy.
Speaking of personas, you may think that Tifa is outnumbered because it's 2v1, but she can use summon materia, which does summon like actual Final Fantasy creatures to come help her out.
Well,
So
fun.
she has access to Ramu, Ifrit, Bahamut, Alexander, Phoenix, Hades, and of course the Knights of the Round, which if that alternate dimension is not in the metaverse, Makoto's kind of screwed.
A very important question, though. Can she summon a chocobo?
Yeah, she actually can.
Okay, I think I know who's gonna win.
That's all you need.
Okay, so what? She got a chocobo. Now she can keep up with the person on the motorcycle?
Yeah,
Really?
that's all I needed.
Does she even ride Chocobo?
I mean, yeah, you can ride chocobos in Final Fantasy.
Well, does
Isn't
Tifa?
it like a racing game?
Yeah, there's a race. Tifa can ride one.
Tifa could ride one. Every Final Fantasy character, well, maybe except for Red 13, but actually, maybe Red
Does
13
this-
has written one.
Red 13 would eat his chocobo if we're being honest.
Wait, does this mean Chibanyan beats Morgana because Chibanyan can summon a Chocobo to ride?
Oh my god, no. Morgana can become a boss, okay, man?
I would rather ride a chocobo than ride Morgana. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd
That's
do the
fact.
same. Alright, but I should probably get into some of the stuff that Makoto can do. So I already mentioned that she can summon nukes, but her third tier move that she gets after getting Agnes is known as Checkmate, which decreases the attack, defense, and agility of everyone around her, of every opponent around her. She also has dozens of different abilities. She also has dozens of different equipment that she can use at any time. Like, for example, the Omnipotent Orb, which nullifies all attacks on the user via manipulating the laws of reality. And also, due to how the metaverse works, Makoto is also manipulating the laws of the world itself in order to be able to use her attacks. She also has dozens of different healing items, which if she ever gets hurt, she's always going to be able to heal herself, like with the bead, which will fully recover her health, or her soul food, which would allow her to completely recover her SP, allowing her to stay in the fight longer. She also has items like the Spirit Camera, which can instantly destroy anyone that's afraid. Or the Victory Cup, which allows her to fully restore her health upon the fight being finished.
Not really that useful, not gonna lie.
It's going to be useful when she wins now, isn't it?
Nuh-uh.
Someone in chat brought up a question about which Bahamut.
Which Bahamut?
Oh, what, like Bahamut,
Wait,
Bahamut
there's more than
Z,
one?
Bahamut Zero,
There's
Bahamut Royale,
How
multiple
many are there?
Royale, Bahamut 7 Rebirth, Bahamut Fighter Z.
Huh?
I think we're getting a little away from the point here.
Look, okay, you guys didn't get the reference, okay?
Or which Bahamut can Tifa use?
Oh, there's 4 Bahamut. Bahamut, Neo Bahamut, Bahamut Zero, and Bahamut Sin.
Can she summon all of them?
I am not certain, but
Well,
she
you could
can summon like all of not all of, I don't know. I actually don't know if she could summon all of them at once, but she can summon at least one of them.
Okay, so a dragon's on the field. Big whoop. What kind of dragon is able to stand up to a nuke?
What?
That's true.
Dragons can take nukes. What are you talking about?
I don't
I've
know.
never seen a
nuke
dragon
is pretty-
survive a nuke.
I don't know. I've never seen a
Johanna,
dragon survive a
nuke
nuke.
that dragon. I guess we should move on to cosmology now.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling this day would come.
Yeah, you're gonna sit there and now you're gonna listen to me explain conceptual realms beyond time, okay? And you're gonna like it.
Oh boy.
Kagura, you can go first.
Actually, one more thing. I also forgot to mention that Tifa also has healing items and ways to restore her health. She has healing spells as well.
Proof?
Yeah. She has restore materia, which allows her to cast healing spells.
And she can use them on herself?
Yes, she can.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Good.
Actually, I want to. Dark, you go ahead. Start the cosmology off.
Okay. All right. So, we should start with the waking realm, aka our own reality, and it's said to be infinite in size by a few people, namely different fortune tellers or saying stuff like the void is the future of Makoto, which is the future of Makoto / Kotone future, the Persona 3 protags, representing nothingness, infinite like our universe. And then higher than that would be the Velvet Room, which connects to every single alternate timeline that exists and exists beyond time, because yes, there are alternate timelines and infinite different timelines. Velvet Room connects to all these, and even lower than this would be the collective unconscious, which is an infinite plane containing infinite archetypes and infinite worlds that reside in deeper space than the Velvet Room itself. And we know that a place known as Kadaf Mandala resides in a space the Velvet Room cannot connect to, and since the Velvet Room is a fifth dimensional space, Kadaf Mandala would have to be a sixth dimensional space. And residing even lower than that is Manad Mandala. And since it's even lower than that, transcending that, that would mean that the total Persona cosmology would be about seventh dimensional. And Makoto is capable of surviving an attack from Adam Tadmon when being driven by Maruki in the third trimester. In this fight, he was going with a full power attack, and Makoto, alongside the other Phantom Thieves, were able to hold this back, which means that Makoto should be capable of destroying this entire realm, meaning she is seventh dimensional. which, for the viewers at home, for reference, that is about as strong as Archie Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, just for reference.
Yep. All right.
All right. Good guys, up to you.
Okay. So first thing we got to establish about Final Fantasy cosmology, right, is that it's not just a single universe. There are infinite universes within Final Fantasy. Could you bring up Infinite Worlds 1?
Mm-hmm.
So there are infinite worlds, and worlds in that statement means universes. There are infinite universes that exist within Final Fantasy. And could you bring up Infinite Worlds 2? So each of these infinite worlds are made of the infinite possibilities that could have been. So you know the many worlds interpretation? Final Fantasy follows that. So there are infinite worlds for each infinite decision that an individual might make. So that's multiple universes on top of each other. That's an infinite amount. And could you bring up Infinite Worlds 3? So this is another confirmation that there are infinite parallel universes within the Final Fantasy multiverse. And I just found something right now that I could have sent. I could have sent this, but whatever. I'll be late later. But we know that there are infinite universes because there is like the void within Final Fantasy, which is kind of like, you know, the character Gilgamesh, right? Gilgamesh appears in multiple Final Fantasy games simply because he's able to travel through the void and travel into multiple universes. That's just part of his ability. Could you bring up Infinite Worlds 4, actually? Because I think it shows. Now, this character right here can transport themselves between universes. So, explaining the void in detail, the void is, as I said, the interdimensional space within the entire cosmology.
Okay.
It basically transcends the entire cosmology. So it is its own plane of existence above the infinite multiverse of Final Fantasy. And the void itself transcends concepts. Now, these concepts include the concepts of space, dimensionality, distance, and time as a whole. Could you bring up concept transcending? So this is the description for Cloud of Darkness, as stated before. It transcends all concepts. And we know this means that it transcends basically all of the structures that make up human thought. Could you bring up concept transcending too? So, as we see here, lacks all concepts of time, space, and shape. Complete chaos. As in, it's above that. So this would put the entire Final Fantasy cosmology into like the higher dimensional levels, like at bare minimum around high multiversal. We could say 8D.
Wow.
But if I really wanted to push it, I could say this could even get to outer.
I
Okay.
Okay.
I do have a lot more to say about this, but I'll save that for the end.
I'll be honest, you lost me on the second infinite timeline.
Uh,
Yeah.
I I think I get it kind of.
Okay, where do we even go from here? Like, we've hit up
Um,
like different abilities,
Yeah.
power, speed.
How I have a question. How does Tifa get around the omnipotent orb?
she could steal it. She has the thief ability.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, she could
Okay.
just steal the omnipotent orb, and now Tifa has the omnipotent orb.
interesting.
The omnipotent orb specifically redirects attacks, so stealing isn't an attack. So Tifa could just steal it, and now she has the omnipotent orb, and Makoto doesn't anymore.
Hmm. That's
Wait, does it redirect? I thought it just nullified.
no, it does like nullify any. It nullified specifically. It like warps the laws of how everything works.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is there anything more to say about cosmology? I guess.
no, please.
I mean, I guess I should.
No.
Okay, so I should probably add something. We do not know like how expansive the collective unconscious is. Like this, like everything we do know now that I mentioned before, that is just like a bare minimum. As far as we know, there could be hundreds of more realms that reside deeper, and it could get constantly get stronger. We just inherently do not know if they exist because the collective unconscious is a very malleable and unknown source. So then Atlas can keep making Persona games.
Very true. Atlas loves
That's
Persona.
not wrong.
Where are we? When are
Atlas
we getting?
Persona 5
Atlas
2
will
coming in.
keep making Persona 5 again and again, and we will all buy it because we are sheep.
I want
No.
Persona
I
5
want
2
Persona
soon.
6.
You don't worry, we will get Persona 5 3 before you know it.
No.
Okay, but what's Tifa gonna do if Makoto just like shoots her in the face?
I mean, Tifa does have gun.
I was mostly okay. Yeah.
She
Wait,
has a
Tifa has
gun
a
as
gun?
well.
Yeah, I just found this out right now. There are guns in Final Fantasy VII that you can
Yeah,
use.
but does she have a 6-shooter?
Ah, that's a good question.
Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Damn.
Ah, damn.
Well, with the thief
Yeah,
ability,
laying
she
down the
can.
law like a
Looks
true
like we know
cowboy.
who wins now.
No.
Okay, so I guess this is it. Final arguments for everyone?
I have.
I guess I should probably
Go ahead.
summarize. Okay, so in summary, Makoto is bare minimum 7th dimensional and able to move immeasurably fast and able to call down nukes upon her opponent, able to lower her and able to lower Tifa's defense to the point where she should be able to land a good enough hit in order to kill her. Oh wait, I forgot to mention that Makoto can come back from the dead. Crap. Yeah, sorry, Mabi. Yeah, essentially how that works is upon death, Makoto her soul gets recalled back to the Velvet Room, and she's just able to exit and head back to the fight. It's happened before. What?
But I thought Joker had to go get her.
No, that's just something that
Yes.
only happened to had to happen the first time, because she was like doubting herself because of Yaldabaoth's immense power. once Joker gave her the pep talk she needed in order to stop feeling bad about herself, she was able to leave the cell, and she should be able to leave it again. And yeah, she should just be able to leave the cell if she wants to.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, so come back from the dead, and consistently being able to, she should be able to match anything that Tifa could bring out, or even surpass it. And she also has a sick-ass motorcycle and a gun.
All right. If what I said before hasn't convinced you that Tifa wins, maybe this will pull up my final argument.
Oh.
What
is it?
That's cheating. That is cheating. Okay, wait. Hold on. I will bring up a cute picture of a dog, and then.
Oh my god.
I love how her punch just made everything there black.
Yes.
That's because it's fake. It's not.
It is a real punch.
That's because that drawing is fake. The black is not really there, and this is all an elaborate. This is all an elaborate conspiracy against
It is not.
me.
It is not an elaborate conspiracy. Is this how the fight would actually go?
No, shut your bitch ass up. Okay, shut up.
Okay, let's dial it back in a bit.
No,
let him at it. Release them.
I will. Okay. Yeah. At this point, I guess just vote.
All right.
Wait, so that's just your final argument for Tifa?
Final argument. This is all a setup.
Tifa stronger.
I don't know where I was on the night of 1999. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, is that it? Are we done with that?
I guess.
Are there any other final arguments for Tifa?
As I said before, immeasurable speed and outer bristol scale. Tifa also Puzzles and Dragons. Tifa was in the same game as Superman. She scales to Superman.
Okay, I just want to call malarkey on. I'm calling malarkey on Outer Versal, Final Fantasy, and SMT's Outer anyways, and Makoto scale. So GG.
Okay. Should we just ask the jury what they think at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. And I will try to get a poll running for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, I thought they were gonna say our names, and you were gonna.
Oh, sure. CEO, you first.
I guess. So what I'm basically hearing is like both can be argued up to around the same-ish level or below or whatever. I just think I'm gonna vote Makoto just because I feel like Persona just has more like stupid stuff in it.
Yeah, let's go.
That I feel like Persona is just more like wacky. That's my reasoning.
Damn. She had a chocobo. And you choked,
That's true.
you choked that stupid cat.
Well, Makoto has a choker.
What?
What?
That's sus.
Why did he say this?
That is sus. Everybody vote Tifa.
I'm changing my
No.
vote. I'm going Tifa.
That's crazy.
Shut up, CEO. Shut up. Okay.
Honestly, as much as I hated that final argument for Tifa, I am going to vote for Tifa because, man, Final Fantasy is just such a listen. Once he brought up the fourth infinite timeline, I was like, okay, wait a minute, that's a lot of infinity. But not only that, it doesn't really seem like Makoto has a good, at least he doesn't have a solid answer. She has a few, but they just don't feel solid enough for like getting turned into a frog or getting exited out of the metaverse. Like even then, I don't even think you gave a.
Makoto has the MetaNav app, so like she could literally just re-enter the metaverse if she ever gets kicked out of it.
Tifa could just grab her phone and destroy it.
No,
And that's another thing. Yeah, Tifa has
the
steel.
backup phone.
Backup.
Is she shown to have a backup phone?
Makoto doesn't have
The
a
backup phone she always had in her mouth. Shut up.
No.
Okay,
Wait.
yeah, I'm voting for Tifa.
I am
Okay.
also changing my vote to Tifa because of the
CEO,
choker thing.
stop changing your vote, okay? Get back in the Makoto corner.
2 for Tifa.
Okay.
Oh, and also Chocobo sweep.
I
Chocobo sweep.
I am currently not. I'm having trouble getting the YouTube poll up. So
Everyone just say it in the comments and we'll count them.
Yeah, just count. Yeah,
Or
everyone
the
just start
live
screaming.
chat
We'll count.
and
yeah.
comments.
For the record, for what it's worth, I do think from what I'm hearing so far in the discussions, I think people are siding with Tifa, at least in terms of in the stream. I'm not sure about the chat. Doesn't seem like anybody's sent anything since we've started these deliberations. But I guess. Okay, so we have one comment siding with Tifa.
Okay.
Okay, random commenter, I want you to jump off a bridge.
Oh god.
Hey, whoa.
Dog.
Wow.
How are you going to win with that attitude?
By intimidation and fear.
Oh my god.
This
You
is
got-
my
Oh,
Tifa one.
brother.
You had the one vote, but then you messed up, Dark. You see?
I am very sorry, Lemonade.
Oh my
One for
god.
Tifa,
Yeah,
one
I'm
for
sorry.
Excuse
Makoto.
my behavior.
So
Is the YouTube poll up?
I don't think it's going to be happening.
Damn.
It's tied right now in the chat.
I'll,
We got one Makoto, one
It's
Tifa.
died.
I will
Come on,
send
guys.
I'm just gonna in the does this work? Okay, so that doesn't work. On the Discord later I'll send the screenshot for.
I mean, Tifa won anyways, I think.
Yeah, so it looks like the chat seems to be siding more with Makoto, but the YouTube channel stream, the jury seems to be siding more with Tifa. So
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh wait, Smoke, were you not gonna vote?
Well, no, I'm just presenting.
Oh.
So I guess that makes it a 2-1 vote for Tifa.
Damn.
Congratulations. She is the winner of this cast.
She punched Makoto just like how I drew it.
Huh. Another win for Italy.
Lemonade,
I'm
come
gonna
onto the stream for Chibanyan versus Wakata so you can vote Chibanyan and not
Okay.
Dark Lord since he told you to die.
All right.
All right, random commenter. I just want to say I'm very sorry. Okay, I think you're beautiful.
No, it's too late.
It's
I'll
too
make
late.
sure to send some chocolates your way for Valentine's Day.
All right.
All right.
So I guess now that the debate is over, I could just be a bit honest, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
All right. I do not think Tifa wins this at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a
genuinely.
wonderful way to end that out on.
Yeah, I know. I recruited Kakuro to help me with this, and his first response was literally, "Yeah, Makoto's gonna win. I'm gonna have to pull out some goofy arguments in order to get Tifa to win."
They worked. The goofy
It worked.
arguments worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
It
For what
worked.
it's worth, I do.
Okay, but
I do. For what it's worth, I do think some of them have genuine merit, but
Yeah.
Yeah, this matchup's like kind of debatable, but like, it's kind of just persona nonsense, really.
yeah.
Yeah, Persona is so overpowered. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
No,
Yo, dude.
Thank you for joining us here today, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully,
I
the
promise to do
next
better
one
when you see
will
me
work
next.
a little better.
Yeah.
I'm glad I won. Read Kagurabachi. It's peak.
I have been reading it actually.
It's peak.
Well, if I watch Kamen Rider, everyone,
True.
Maybe.
please do. I need people to talk to about it.
I'm right here.
I watched
Oh, you
Kamen
want to
Rider.
talk about Kamen Rider right now?
Sure.
Okay. Keep the stream going. It's good, Tifa Makoto. This is now a Kamen Rider stream.
All right.
Ever
See you next
walk
time,
through life.
everybody.
Yay.
Bye.
See you Valentine's
Bye.
Day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.